Hello, my beautiful collective. Happy Soulmate Sunday. It's your girl, Kat. This is my channel, Pure Premonitions. So as soon as I was cleansing each deck, I split them and we have the Eight of Wands coming in. So somebody wants to communicate like ASAP. Or there's going to be some type of quick decision. It could even mean travel. On the other end of it, though, somebody's still carrying this big burden. Like they've got a lot of weight on their shoulders. They just kind of feel head over heels, but not in a, I mean, maybe in a loving way for sure, but more in like a stressed out way because it's in reverse. So they need to release all of this stuff before they can do this. Anywho, welcome. So ask your questions. You instill the energy into the cards. I just let you know what I'm picking up intuitively from the spirit guides. Oh, we've got a sticky deck today. So yeah, somebody's definitely like feeling stuck. They can't communicate as well as they want to. Somebody had walked away, but they still want to try one more time with this Eight of Cups in reverse. And then I'm not even joking, you guys. They really want to communicate even though they walked away. It came up again, second time. So you see me shuffling. You see it happening. I'm not even kidding. They are feeling like it just can't get any worse. They're in the recovery mode, but they just feel like they're trying to resist the inevitable end of this. Like they really think that this needed to end and they're just going through this agony, but it is in the reversal. So it's only upward from here. And again, third time in a row. I mean, you can't make that shit up. Okay? They want to communicate. Or maybe you do. Maybe you both do. Because again, soulmates, we're tuning into two energies here, but you guys mirror each other. You are thinking the same things, feeling the same things. A lot of times it's very, not just intuitive, but psychic. Like you are literally telepathically communicating with one another in the 5D. Okay, so Spirit's telling me to stop shuffling. What's going on? I'm feeling like I need to start pulling the what's at hand card first. So this is what's being told of me. Yeah, somebody's like going through this burnout. They're just exhausted. There's this stagnation within the air. They're still holding on to stress, but it's keeping them up at night. Like it's restless because they're just deeply contemplating what they've got to do next. Like they're not able to relax. They're not able to meditate or recoup because even though they went into solitude, they are still stressed out. With that Four of Swords over there. It's like four swords are looming over their head as they're trying to sleep, and they're just like, swords are all about mental anguish, anxiety, right? So every time they go to sleep and they're trying to be like, okay, stop thinking about them. Let me just focus on this or that. It just always comes back and it's stressing you out or them out, maybe both of you guys. Again, roles can always be reversed here if I ever mention masculine or feminine energies. Just know that we're tuning into energies here, not sexes. So you can be a feminine tuning into the masculine energy, vice versa. All my readings apply to same-sex relationships or heterosexual, doesn't matter. So whatever you like, whoever you love, it doesn't matter. It's all about whatever resonates for you. So let's go. What's happening in our love life, right? So obviously we're stressed out. We're still not able to just relax and stop thinking about this. And in the recent past, Queen of Wands, but in reverse. This really affected someone's self-confidence and their self-respect. it made them go inward and like do some soul searching. Really, like, I'm just getting like, you may have been a really extroverted person, but now this made you an introvert. There's definitely some insecurities that came up from this situation, maybe even some jealousy or selfishness on either end of the spectrum, for whoever it correlates to. But water and fire signs are coming up here. Pisces and Aries in particular are ruled by this card. And a black cat could be significant. There's also 2 lions at the base of her throne, and she's got a sunflower in one hand and a wand in the other, her staff. Okay, I'm trying to see what's on the tapestry in the back. There's actually 3 sunflowers because there's 2 on the tapestry. There's 2 sunflowers, and then she's holding one in real life, and it's behind her head. So that's giving me like, in the back of this feminine energy's mind, somebody's like thinking about how these 2 sunflowers are separated. They're on either side of the head, but in reality, they're one. There's one outside that's tangible in the real world. So it's just giving me like Spirit saying, even if you think that you're in separation, or if you are literally in the physical realm, energetically, you're always in union. You're soulmates. Like, you may not be talking right now, but that energy is still there. That connection will always exist. If it existed once, it's always going to exist. And, she's holding on to that. She is holding on to that. Or whoever is identifying as the Queen of Wands. But she's also holding on to this, this purpose within this connection by holding on to that staff, that wand. It is in reverse though, so again, because of this separation, she did go very introverted and feeling insecure. Okay, that was the recent past. And for the present position, the Strength card, so Leo energy, again, fire coming up, but it's in reverse. So you're working on inner strength. Right now is like your time to get rid of any self-doubts, let go of all of these insecurities. I know that you're feeling low energy, but do what makes you happy. Get out, go enjoy the sun, right? Leo energy. Maybe go play with a cat or a lion. Although I don't condone going to the zoos because those are awful. But it's telling you to recognize these raw emotions, and rather than struggle with them, tackle them with that inner strength. You're not weak for feeling. It's actually very in tune and aligned of you to have this emotional intelligence. So let down the pride, let down the ego and insecurities. Don't let that stuff win. And you are worthy, but you have to step into this strength. It's all about regaining that control, that power within yourself. And then the dynamic will change. Okay. Ace of Swords in the upright position. We like that. Whoop, and it almost flew out of my hand. So there is some kind of mental clarity coming in the future. There's going to be a breakthrough and a success. Like, mentally, we understand that even if there's a new conflict presenting itself, like, let's just say you guys do come back into communication and you need to face the issues that were at hand prior, or there may be new issues that come about depending on whatever is negotiated. You guys are figuring out this harmony, this balance between who's leading and finding this clarity throughout this relationship. But yeah, somebody's definitely like taking charge and putting that crown back on. Mountains are hard to climb, but you are above them. So that does mean that, somebody or both parties are willing to now see and mentally know what it's going to take in the physical and spiritual world, because this is in the spiritual soul placement card position, what it's going to take to make this happen. So somebody has an epiphany or some kind of breakthrough mentally that will affect them on a spiritual level. Air. Water, air, and fire is coming up. Okay. I definitely need some more clarifiers on this. Instill your energy. Ask your questions. Clarify the what's at hand card for me. My collective is feeling burnt out, stagnant energy, and stress. Like we're not even able to sleep. Maybe it's like a reminder you need to get a better sleep pattern. I'm right there with you. I need to go to sleep earlier. This card is coming out at me. Oh, and as soon as I said that, it like flipped itself over. There's passion in this. There's insane chemistry. Wow. Like there was such a spark. You guys have the potential to have so much fun together. And there's equal interest. It literally says equal interest. That's why it's stressing both of you out so much, because like what kind of a connection this was, a soulmate connection, of how passionate, and that it's equally passionate. The chemistry is there on both sides. There's a burning desire. There's a candle in this. A burning desire to be with one another. And that's why it's stressing you out, because of this separation. Like nobody can even really focus mentally you can't focus mentally, physically, or spiritually right now because of this. Either you, my collective, or your specific person. But the passion is there for our what's at hand card. I mean, come on. That means like, again, equal interest. That means you're also both going through this stress. Okay, and then clarifying our past position with this Queen of Wands in reverse. The Death card, there has to be a death. There has to be an ego death, right? Mentally, because this is in the mental placement. Mentally, something has to be overcome here, and we have to let old mindsets go. The past has to die. Period. It's time for growth and transformation. Somebody was really thinking that there's no second chances here, and that the relationship was over, because this is the energy in the past. This is in the past placement and the mental placement. So it created a lot of insecurities and lack of self-confidence and self-respect, because one party really decided like there's not going to be a second chance here. The relationship is over. It's dead. It's time for me to like grow and transform for both of us. And so that was the past energy. And then in the present energy, there's the coffee cup with a heart behind it. So in the present energy, again, what did I say with the 3 Eight of Swords that showed up while I was shuffling? This is all about a meeting. Somebody wants to talk. They want to savor the moment with you again. Maybe you're going to go on a coffee date with this coffee cup here, and you're feeling elevated and building a friendship first, but definitely love, because look at that card with the heart of coffee beans behind there. Somebody's coming in the present to talk, to have a meeting, or you're like going to have a face-to-face meeting, coffee date. And it makes you feel really good. I love this because so when I read tea, I have to face the handle towards you guys, the collective, to ask for your energy to come into it. And as I'm reading the card, that handle is facing you guys. So there's definitely a meeting or a talk that's going to happen. And that's going to bring some inner strength back. It'll still trigger some insecurities with this strength card in reverse. But I like that a lot of things are going to come to the surface, right? You know, as we're brewing the coffee, all of that steam comes to the surface and then it settles. So this is good energy. And that's what's going to bring in this mental clarity, this breakthrough and success. So let's see, what is this success about? What is this Ace of Swords telling us? Old school. I like these old school tapes. And I was just talking about tapes with my friend the other day. It says outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Ace of Swords. So this mental clarity, breakthrough, new idea. It says sharp mind. I feel like but it also could be like this new conflict that you're recognizing you have the power to overcome. Right? Because the sword is upright. So you're still like ready for battle, so to speak. But it's, I think, recognizing like you have the mental clarity to get rid of the outdated thinking and conditioning. And you continue replaying these events in your head of this passionate love affair that obviously happened, and unfortunately how somebody had walked away thinking that this relationship was over and that there was no second chance to it. But both of you are continually wanting to come back together with the 3 Eight of Swords showing up and wanting to meet and talk and see each other and build a foundation first of friendship and love. So this old school, outdated thinking, just like I said it earlier, I literally said this, has to be released in order for this success and breakthrough to happen. I'm going to pull one more clarifier on this. And then what happens if they get rid of this outdated thinking? Somebody's still hiding their true feelings. They're pretending and delude. It's giving gaslighting or personifying something that they're not, like a player or yeah, look. They're masking their emotions. They're masking it says hiding true feelings. They're literally pretending that they don't love you or they don't like you or they don't want this because they're still in this outdated thinking. They're conditioned to keep wearing this mask and to continue with that the relationship is over, even though they want to, in the present moment, have this talk. And they know that the chemistry is there. That's our what's at hand card, the chemistry. They're still masking and they're still in this outdated thinking. So one more, I'm just like, one more. They're still playing the field, you guys. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but they're just looking at the fact that they have many options. And maybe that they want the unconventional relation or no relationship right now, right? The unconventional way to go about dating is to just date around and not to be monogamous. It says one night stand or strung along. There's still a key in the hand, though, and it says key on a ring. So it's giving me vibes of like they have the key to your heart in their hand and they know it, but they're not clasping on to that key. It's like they know that they have you wrapped around their finger, right? But they're still choosing to like mask their true feelings, pretend that they're this like player with many options, even though they keep replaying all of these events in their head about this passion and deep chemistry that you guys have. And they want to talk in the present moment, but they're just still going off of this past decision that the relationship was over. Whoop. Okay, let's see. I want to pull the Angel Oracle deck. These are the Love Angel decks, the cards. Love Angels. What does my collective need to know? I'm sorry, but it could be feminine, but it's just giving masculine. It's giving unhealed masculine energy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to call it out. Of course, there's plenty of feminines out there that are unhealed and want to play the field too, but the percentage is higher for the men. Or should I say little boys? Because a real man would step up to the plate if they have the true feelings of love. They would not mask it. Exactly. Somebody's not expressing their love. It's in reverse. The express your love card is in reverse. Somebody's not expressing their love, their true feelings. It says, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Both people want this. But yes, see, I knew it was the masculine here. Sorry, who's ever tapped into the masculine energy, they're trying to pull away from the feminine. But they both want it. Both of the feminine's arms are wrapped around him, like fully embraced. She wants this. She's looking at him with such doting eyes. And he has one arm embracing her around the back. Like he does want to pull her in partially, but this other arm, hand on her arm, is almost like trying to pull it back and away. Like, no, we can't, blah, blah, blah. Excuse. I don't know how to express my love or want to at the moment because they're unhealed. Sorry. Okay. That's why, even though there's insane chemistry, we're stressed out because somebody's not expressing their true feelings. And then over the Queen of Wands and this Death card. Past. It's in the past position and you've got past life lover. Can't make this up. You've known each other before and you knew that from the moment you met. See, and now in this past placement, it's like in the past, the masculine came in strong. Look at, he's grabbing her with both hands and she's turning away like, I don't know, like I've been burned before as much as I want this. Like she's got one hand on the back of his thigh or the front of his thigh. She's like wanting it, but then her other arm is like clutching over her heart like, but I don't want to get hurt. So it's almost like we've done this before, not almost, it is. Past life relationship, you guys have both hurt each other in the past before, and it's almost like you're mimicking past lives, cycles, you know? Where it's like, even though you don't understand why you would do it again, even though you have such passion and love and chemistry together, somebody's like, nope, this can't work. The relationship's over. I gotta end it. I gotta self-protection mode or protecting, or they're thinking that they're protecting you, so they try to cut it off and separate. Even though you guys know that you've been lovers in the past, you know you want to be lovers now. Doesn't make sense, but I know it does because we're not healed. Okay, and in the present position, so what's happening for us physically with the Strength in reverse, wanting to come in and talk, but we have the Forgiving and Learning card. Somebody's going to come in with an apology. I'm really feeling that. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Somebody for sure comes in with an apology. Ooh, in the card, it is the feminine asking for forgiveness. And the masculine is partially accepting. Like, he's got his hand on her head, but he's looking in another direction. But this is divinely guided. Your angels are watching over this. It's like they know that you guys needed to go through this healing and releasing old energies of masking and outdated thinking, conditioning. But look at, they're begging. Somebody's going to come in with an apology. To this knight, the masculine's the knight. Okay. So yeah, like I said, it does dredge up some insecurities and self-doubt or weakness. Some people think like, oh, I can't apologize, that's weak. Or what if they don't forgive me? What if they don't want me anymore? What if, But is it the right thing to do, to apologize? And it doesn't matter whatever the outcome is. Of course, it might hurt again, but you should still do it. Like, let go of that self-doubt, because you need to feel the raw emotions to release the low energy and to let go of the struggle. And then you're going to feel elevated when you do. And then you can start to build this friendship up back to love again. You have to build that trust. It's forgiving and learning. Okay, and then we've got in our future placement and in the soul card position over this Ace of Wands. It's happening very soon. You can't make it up. They clearly decide what they want, and it comes to you now. Maybe you clearly decide, or they clearly decide. But look at these lovers now. Now the masculine has the hand over one of her arms, and then he's taking her other hand and kissing her fingers in the opposite. And she's looking at him with the same doting eyes. These lovers are definitely soulmates, and they definitely feel the exact same passion and chemistry and love for one another. So this reconciliation is coming in very soon, guys. Very soon. Okay, that's what I have for you. Maybe I'll do a part 2. Love you guys. Happy Soulmate Sunday, and I'll see you soon.